Kilo 2, Papa Mike Delta here. I am doing a little test of the new Vara AC mode, digital mode, keyboard to keyboard digital mode. I've hooked up my IC-705 to my little Evolve laptop, and you'll get to see that here. I'm going to show you the settings. Really simple to set this thing up and get on the air. I made my first contact yesterday. And it took about 20 minutes to set the whole thing up. So I'm going to show you how I set this up, and hopefully it'll help you get on the air with Vara AC, which is a great new digital mode that has just come out, and really very cool. Kilo 2, Papa Mike Delta. Stand by and I'll show you how I set this up. Okay, Kilo 2, Papa Mike Delta back here. So you're going to come to the VarAC website at VarAC-hamradio.com download, and you're going to see the prerequisites here, right? You need Vara HF 4.64 or higher. That's, I think, the current release. And if you have a 705, you don't need to get OmniRig. But look at this thing down here. It says Net Framework 4.x or above. A lot of the Windows, especially these cheaper laptops, don't have it. You'll need to go and download Network Framework 4.x or above. I've got Network Framework 5.8, I think, 08. All right, so you'll download that. It'll come into a folder that looks like this in your downloads. It's a zipped file. You'll just unzip it. I unzipped it right to the desktop. Do not put this in your C drive. Do not put this in your C drive. For some reason, it doesn't work. So just extract the files so that you'll see it here in your desktop. Okay, I have WinLink Express and Vara already set up, right, and working, so I know I can send WinLink messages already. That's really important because you'll need to know how to set up your rig control and things like that. But let's open up the folder, okay, and we're going to look here at this blue icon, which is the application. I'm going to double click it. When you first double click it, it's going to tell you it needs all of your information, your call sign, QTH, and things like that. Okay, once this thing opens up, we'll take a peek at some of the settings here, which is very important here. So you'll go to rig control and Vara AC. Vara AC, as you can see, I have the ICOM 705 here. You might have a 7300 or some other radio. Not that difficult to figure out. Your CAT control is going to come from your IC-705, or if you're using, a signal link, it's going to come from your signal link. And you're going to make sure that you have the right port number. Your baud rate is going to be at 9600. DTR is low. Data bits 8, stop bits 1, just like in WSJT-X. USB is D, right? You can test your PTT just by hitting that button. You'll see the 705 has gone into transmit mode, and turn your test PTT off. Everything else, you don't really need to change any of these things. You'll want to make sure that your KISS port is on your Vara settings. I'm going to go over to Vara and show you how those settings are set up. But that is it, my friends. This is how simple this is. Once you get the, remember, the right port number is important. And if you don't know what your port number is, you right-click on your Windows icon. You go to Device Manager. And you can then see on your device manager this little thing called ports right here, right? You click on that. It'll show you your ports. I'm on port 7, which is my CIV port, right? And I can close that down. That's how I know how to put this on COM port 7. The baud rate does not change no matter what you have that thing set up. And make sure that the port is at least at 9600. I have mine set at 115,200. Okay, so that's all done there, right? We can save it, exit there. Remember, this is what you're going to see when you first get it. Your information, very simple box, your call sign, your location, your locator, your power. I have an off-center fed dipole, save and exit, because that information can go into the automatic messages. Now, on Vara, the Vara HF version 4.6.4 is the latest version. You'll go to Vara setup here, and you'll see everything. The command is 8300. KISS interface is on, except 500 hertz connections. I don't know if that's right or not, but it's working. Allow VarAC for updates. Your KISS is 8100. That's standard. You don't have to change any of that. Just put your calls. If you have bought Vara, then you'll have a registration key, and that little pop-up won't come on. Okay, so that's your Vara setup. You're going to go to your sound card here. Check your sound card, right? So microphone, USB codec, speakers, USB codec. And then you're going to tune this guy. Make sure that your ALC is only about 1/3, right? So I hit tune, come over the radio. It's less than 1/3. It's looking good. Okay, I'm going to take the tune off, close that, and I am ready to operate, right? So I can send a beacon here like this. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit to see what we hear. I'm trying to send a beacon. See what happens. It's a little busy right now. Next beacon soon. I'll hit that again. Send beacons. 6 seconds. So we're going to see this thing beacon in a second. Got some weird interference happening on 40 meters for some reason. But there we go. I'm sending my beacon right now. And that is over. It'll send another beacon in 14 minutes. No one that I can see is calling CQ. These 3 stations on 40, 20 have sent beacons that I can hear them. Good signal to noise ratios. So what can I do? I'm going to switch over to 20 meters. I don't know if it's that noisy. A lot less noise, no interference, probably some other station. But you can hear that's Vara AC right there. Sounds a lot like your WinLink messages, right? All sorts of beacons coming in on 20. I'm going to send a beacon here on 20. And that's going to go off in 5 seconds. Let's take a look. Yeah, didn't happen. Try it again. Next beacon soon. Send beacons. Maybe because it's busy. I don't know. There we go. Next beacon. There we go. Now we're sending my beacon. Yeah, SWR. SWR is under 1.5. There we go. That's it. The beacon's out. Other people can see that. I'm going to call CQ. And this is what pops up on CQ. Now, 14105 is the main calling frequency, so it may be busy. In fact, it is. You can see the little busy sign up there. So I'm going to choose 13, and I'm going to hit call CQ. And right now, I'm engaged in calling CQ. Now, you won't see that up here in the last heard CQ calls, but somebody else might and answer your CQ. The other day when I made my contact, it was someone else calling CQ, and I just double-clicked on him, and it happened. So we'll see if somebody gets back to me. Not sure that they will, but you know, that's how this thing works. It is pretty amazing, very cool. And I'll switch back to the calling frequency. Okay, Kilo 2 Papa Mike Delta. I just called CQ, and now I'm connected to KD9LOQ. So here we go. And I just wanted to show you that to show you how it works, and it's working. So. Okay, so this is really cool. I hope you guys get into this. I'll tell Gary I'm making a video and that he'll be on YouTube soon. K2PMD, catch you down the line. 7-3, real 7-3 this time.